What's up, trainers? Pokemaster Ryan here, back with another video. So in this episode, we are going to be training about Pokemon that the main protagonist in the Ruby and Sapphire anime, Max, sister of the second female protagonist, May, could have in the Pokemon anime following Ash's departure, if they decide to bring Max back and age him up. So this is where we are going to start the video now, but before I begin, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on this video, and click the little bell if you're notifying about the future of this channel. So, without further ado, let us make our way into the video. Let's go, Pokefans. Pew pew! Okay, to start things off, let's give Max his starter Pokemon, and that is obviously Sceptile. Sceptile has always been known in the anime to being a Pokemon that Max wanted to have for his starter Pokemon. It's mainly specifically Trico, because you can watch the first episode, they get to Petalburg City in the anime, and then Max says he wants a Trico. And they just, every time there's a Trico in the anime, Max just says he wants one. And I would give him a Sceptile. And then, because of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I thought to add a Sceptilite and give his Sceptile the ability to Mega Evolve. And I just feel like Sceptile would be a great Pokemon for Max to own because of its speed and the fact it can Mega Evolve, which would make it really awesome in battle. Plus, don't forget, we still are owed that Ash versus Max battle, so it's only expected that if Max brings his Sceptile out, Ash would do the same thing, and then we could have Ash's Sceptile not Mega Evolve against Max's Mega Sceptile, and see who would win. But Ash defeated Sawyer's Sceptile, so he could defeat Max's. Max's would be a weak-ass trainer anyways, so yeah, that would be awesome to see Max's Sceptile be used, because when it Mega Evolves, it becomes part Dragon type and gets the Lightning Rod ability, which can make it immune to electric attacks like Pikachu, like Ash's Pikachu. Okay, so the second Pokemon on this list I decided to put is Poliwrath, because Poliwrath is a Pokemon that was used, or may I say more specifically Poliwag, was used by Max when they first got to Rustboro City, when they first started entering the Pokemon school, and for Ash's gym battle in Rustboro City against Roxanne. So Max used a Poliwag that was owned by the school, and Max managed to do okay. So I figured if Max was able to do good against Poliwag, why not give him a Poliwrath? And it's better that he gets Poliwrath than compared to Politoed, because Politoed sucks, in my opinion. He's not my favorite Pokemon of the Poliwag line, so yeah, I just don't like that, honestly. But Poliwrath being part fighting, it would do very well against gym leaders like Roxanne, against his dad Norman, and it would do very well against the Moss Deep City gym. So I don't know. Max having Poliwrath would do very well, and even as Poliwag's a very strong Pokemon, so don't forget that. Max's third Pokemon on this list is Mightyena. Mightyena, when it was a Poochyena, Max caught up with Poochyena when they were in the reserve in the Hoenn region after Ash beat it was in between the first and second gym, but Max met a Poochyena who refused to use other moves and just used Bite all the time. So Max then became sort of friends, or they became best friends at that point. So if Max managed to catch a Poochyena and evolved into a Mightyena, it would be amazing. So Max could give everybody a run for their money. Mightyena in particular is a strong Pokemon, so I just think Mightyena would be an awesome Pokemon in this list. And it's a Pokemon that is able to learn great moves like Snarl, Roar, and Sucker Punch, which are moves that can switch opponents out. But yeah, Mightyena is just a Pokemon I really like as well. The fourth Pokemon on this list is Glade, which evolved finally from Ralts, which Max met up with at the end of season 7 of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. And Max was pretty much like Poochyena was a really close friend with. There was a lot of Pokemon in the anime that Max befriended that fans speculated Max would get as Pokemon uh, once he is old enough. But because I was actually also going to put Breloom on this list because of Shroomish, but Max already has Sceptile, so it wouldn't make sense to have two grass types on the team. But yeah, I just think Glade would work as well, even though it's Gen 4, because like others, it can Mega Evolve, and it is just a powerful Pokemon. And it's got amazing moves like Psycho Cut, Night Slash, Psychic, and Close Combat. And being a Psychic type, it is very strong against Fighting type Pokemon. So when he gets to the once Max gets to Dewford Island or Dewford Town and battles Brawly, he can really do some serious damage against his Hariyama and his Machop. But I just think when he gets to um, Gallade, Gallade being able to Mega Evolve, or the entire Ralts line being able to Mega Evolve, is just really awesome. And not just that, it's got the ability Judgment, or I'm sorry, he's got the ability Justified, which if it's hit with a Dark type move, it gets his attack power raised, which will really do a lot of advantages for Max once he's in the Hoenn League and is possibly able to battle strong trainers like his dad. And Max being the son of a gym leader, I think Max could be worthy enough to be a member of the Elite Four or even the champion, being able to beat Steven Stone. But if Ash can beat Steven Stone, anybody can, because Steven is one of the worst champions in the entire world. And I'm not talking that. Well, that's saying something really, because Alder, the Unova champion, sucked ass. Which I still have my headcanon that Alder is not in Pokemon Journeys because he OD'd from drugs, which is why Iris is champion because of reasons. Max's fifth Pokemon on his main team is Swellow, and my only reason for this is I just want Max to have a flying type, and Swellow, especially Tailo, is pretty much when you think of the Hoenn region and flying types, the Tailo line is the only popular one or thought of one that's really thought of in the games. So I just figured that it might as well. But if Max gets a Swellow, I want him to have a shiny one like the Fortress City gym leader Winona. Uh, and the reason why is because shiny Pokemon are a lot more rare, and every trainer needs a shiny flying type. That's the rule. But no, in all seriousness, I just think Swellow, Max having a shiny one, will give him so many advantages. Not just the fact that it's a shiny, so it's rarer than most Pokemon, but the fact that of the matter is that it can have the ability Guts, which will raise its attack power if it's in status conditions. So it could definitely have its uniqueness out there compared to other Swallow that get the Intimidate ability, which Intimidate is a good ability, but Guts is better. So there's nothing really to talk about there. And Max's final Pokemon for his main team is Slacking. And my main reason for that is Max's dad, Norman, the Petalburg gym leader, has a Slacking. And Slacking can be a very powerful Pokemon because it's got the ability Thick Fat, which does half damage against fire and ice type attacks. But not just that, Slacking is a powerful Pokemon which can learn powerful moves like Hyper Beam, Giga Impact, Focus Punch, and other powerful moves. And also, not yeah, I don't know. Slacking's just awesome. There's nothing to say about that, but really, if Max were to catch a Slacking, I feel like it would be treated the same way as Ash's Snorlax, where it's whenever it comes out of its Pokeball, it just falls asleep, and then it just becomes a comic relief in the anime. So Max having a Slacking would just make the his episodes so much better. But I would love for that to see Max have a Slacking, but and it's also Max's Slacking versus Norman's Slacking. See who wins. Honorable mentions on this list. We got two. We've got one Umbreon because Max needs an evolution on this list, and two Manectric because Manectric is a goat. Starting with the first one on this list, 1 out of 3, Flygon, because Flygon is a fucking god in the Hoenn teams. Any trainer who has a Flygon automatically is an ace, and would suck if Max never had a Flygon. Flygon is being a dragon type. It can learn awesome, powerful moves like Dragon Claw, Dragon Breath, Dragon Rage, and so many other dragon type attacks. And being a ground type, it is immune to electric attacks. So especially he can use his Flygon when he's a Trapinch or Vibrava when he's at the Mozsteep or the Mauville gym to battle Watson to help against its electric attacks, which will do him a lot of good. So yeah, Max's Flygon would just be a goat. Okay, so his fifth Pokemon, the second Pokemon on this list is Baynet, because when Max was traveling around with Ash and everybody, he was friends with a Shuppet, which is the pre-evolved form of Baynet. So, but not just that, Baynet is another Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. Not that Max will have the Mega Stone for Baynet, but it's the concept of it that Baynet is acknowledged as a Mega Evolved Pokemon. And it's a Ghost type, so it's very powerful against Psychic type Pokemon. So Baynet is going to be really powerful against that. Baynet can learn strong moves like Frustration, Thunder, Flamethrower, and a lot of other strong moves. There's the only problem with Baynet is because it is a ghost type, it doesn't have very many weaknesses, which is a good thing at first, but then you think that it's too overpowered. So ghost Pokemon are a little overpowered outside of outside of its weaknesses against dark types and bug type attacks. So when Max gets to the uh, dark type or ghost or bug type trainers, he's gonna have trouble. And our final Pokemon on this list for Max to have in his reserves is Glalie, because Max needs an ice type, and Glalie is really the only ice type, or one of the only ice types in this generation. And honestly, I was going to give Max another generation, like Gen 6, because Gen 6 is part of the Gen 3 remake stuff, so it would have made sense. But at the same time, there aren't really any Pokemon in that generation that I feel like Max would have. outside of Clauncher or Hawlucha, there's not really many. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so this is where we are going to be ending this video. So if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, leave a like, and click the notification bell to be notified about things. And yeah, I'm Pokemaster Ryan. Take care because I choose you. That is it. Bye, guys.